Good morning, my friends. Welcome back, and we are here with Deal It Up Challenge. We're up to series 2 of our Faux Collectors cards, and we are over halfway through now. We're heading into card number 4, total of 6 cards in each series, and our series that we're doing at the moment is children, just in case you have missed the previous episodes of this. If it is new to you, then just stick with us and have an enjoyable time, and maybe you might be inspired to join in. I would absolutely love you to, but no pressure at all. Okay, so these are my previous 3 cards, and I was super disappointed in myself after I recorded the last episode and turned the camera off and immediately saw the mistake I made. Can you see it? Did you see it at the time? I was gutted. I used the wrong stamp set for my words for this card, this being number 3. It's a different stamp set, and I was like, oh, because that's one of my things that's tying it together as a series. So I'm left with 2 options. Either I just go back and do the rest of them with the stamp set and just leave this as a anomaly, or I can split the series up and do 3 of the cards with this stamp set and 3 of the cards with this stamp set, in the hopes that they kind of all somehow gel. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. Today I'm going to use this stamp set. I've already grabbed it out so that I do not make another mistake. I'm not sure, that it might just be an anomaly because I love this font here. I love this one as well, but I'm really enjoying this smaller font on these cards. But anyway, that was my oops from last week, which was, you know, it happens. I'm trying not to beat myself up or like redo it. No, I'm not going to redo it. It's just disappointing. Okay, moving on. We are going to do our pull for our prompts for today. Find out what they're going to be. So I've already chosen out my image for today. I've grabbed out the coloured papers that I'm using in the background because each card has a different, so this is orange, that's green, that's red, different coloured paper in the background. Just a plain solid paper. So I've grabbed out enough colours to do the remaining 3 cards in the series, plus an extra 1 or 2, I think, just so I've got choices. Okay, eyes closed. I'm going to pick one right near the top, and it is stamps. Okay, you are free to interpret that however you like, whether it's postage stamps or you know, stamping with your clear stamps or your rubber stamps, whatever. So you can go either way on that. Up to you. And our next prompt is, let's go right near the bottom. That one. Layered. Okay, that's a nice, good prompt as well. So lots of options here. We're not limited by colour or style or anything like that. Just a couple of different, I guess you'd call this a technique maybe. And stamping, it's, I don't know, is that another technique? I guess so. Or image. It depends whether you take it as a rubber stamping or clear stamping or a postage stamp as to which way that goes. Right. This here, I'm just thinking, have I grabbed out the, yes, I have grabbed out the right stack of cards. I was thinking, are these the theme cards rather than the alternate make cards? But no, they are the alternate make cards. So I'll give them an extra shuffle since I actually had a look at them to see I had the right stack out. I feel kind of not with it at the moment, so please forgive any kind of weirdness going on. I'm going to go about the middle, and mini folio. Ooh, that's a fun one. Also a little bit more time consuming potentially, so we'll see how we go on getting that done. I mean me in this video, because I was kind of thinking about doing a folio for another project this week, so I'm like, kind of, if I do one today, I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot for doing it later in the week. Don't know. We'll see. We've got some time to think about it before we get to that point. So, oops. Right. Okay, now we're going to go where we're going to go with this one. Let's go about a quarter of the way down the pack. And a star or stars. So that is an easy one to incorporate into the children's card, I feel. I feel like that's a generic sort of shape image that we could include. But it does not have to be included on this card if you don't want it to be. It is specifically for this mini folio prompt here, or make. These cards here, the stamps and the lad, also need to be included in the mini folio. So clear as mud. So these ones are for this one is for this one, but these two are also for this one. Probably didn't make it any clearer. But just stick with me, guys, it'll make sense. Okay, so I'm using a playing card as my base for my Faux Collectors cards. I've already backed it with brown paper, I've inked around the back, so we're good to go with the front. I think I'm going to go purple today for my colour in the background, my paper. So just going to glue it up, get some nice layer of glue stick happening, and then I'm going to hit it with the tacky glue around the edges and a little swirly swirl in the middle. If it's going to work, are you going to work for me, glue? I know I haven't used you for probably 5 days or so. Yeah, it's been that long. I haven't been at my crafting desk. Oops, no, we need to unclog. Bear with me a moment. Yeah, I've taken some time off. What doesn't feel blocked? What's going on, glue? Taken a bit of time off just over the weekend. On Friday, I took the day off on Friday. Just needed a bit of time to process some stuff. In actuality, I haven't really processed anything. I've just gone into mind numb mode, I guess, where I'm just distracting myself by doing new things that are fun, things that allow me to concentrate and turn my emotional brain off for a bit, I guess is how I'd put it. Yeah, so, oh no, I haven't got my scissors. Oh dear, that's not great. Can I reach them? I think I can reach them. I took them out with me on Friday, didn't touch them, and haven't touched them since. I mean, this is not normal for me, guys. Not normal at all. And so they were still in the case from where I took them away on Friday. But, well, they weren't far away, fortunately. I was able to grab them. So let's just chop that out. Yeah, so yes, turned off that emotional part of my brain for a time. I need to fill you guys in, I really do. And I guess I will now, as we go through this video. I'm almost feeling like I don't want to. Not that I don't want to fill you guys in, but that I want to keep pushing it away. Which I can't do. I need to allow myself to really process it properly and think about it. But I'm also trying to be strong for my hubby, who is definitely feeling things and finding himself in a space where he's not functioning like normal because he's distracted and he doesn't like it, doesn't like the feeling, but he's allowing himself to feel the feelings and to let them be what they are. So I'm trying to not be emotional for his sake, you know, so I can be there to support him when he's feeling a bit low. But knowing that I also need to allow myself to process and feel the feelings and all that jazz. Which for some of you, that may seem really mysterious. It's like, what on earth are you on about, woman? Yeah, so if you're new, that's fair enough call, fair enough statement, because you don't know what's been going on. A lot of you will know or guess at what I'm referring to. Right, what am I going to layer up with? I'm thinking a doily might be a good start. So let's grab out one of these mini doilies. So forgive me for going over territory that a lot of you will already know, but just in case anybody's new, my mother-in-law has been battling esophageal, so that's a really weird word to say, esophageal cancer. So cancer of the esophagus. She was going through treatment last year, and I've left 2 out. I don't need to. So she had chemo and radiation therapy last year, and then earlier this year, or like only a matter of a few weeks ago, she went back for a follow-up scan, and they found that the cancer had spread and grown. Well, suspected it had spread. They saw shadows and they didn't biopsy it to test that it was cancer, but they think that's what it was. So she had further radiation treatment, followed by another scan, and she had a specialist appointment last Tuesday, so almost a week ago, where the specialist told her that it's terminal. It is terminal. She now has a tumour on her trachea, so not on her esophagus, but on her trachea, that is the size of a lemon. And she was having trouble breathing after radiation therapy, and that's what was causing it. So she's on an inhaler and things. It's terminal, and they've given her months, not years. So not a set amount of months, like they haven't said you've got 2 months or 9 months or 12 months, you know, they haven't specified. So we, you know, and we're hoping and we're praying that there will be miraculous, you know, that she will be cancer free, but also have to deal with the reality that, you know, cancer is an insidious disease, no respecter of person at all. You know, it can attack anybody, young or old, full of faith or not. It's no respecter of anything. So we're you know, we're hoping for the best, but know that, you know, the chances are that won't happen. It's very hard to maintain faith in those sort of situations, to be faithful but accept the reality as well. It's a very weird thing. So yeah, so we're kind of grappling with that at the moment. I do apologize in advance if I get emotional, because I can feel it coming on, and I didn't mean to. So yeah, we're grappling with that knowledge. She has another appointment with a specialist tomorrow, and we're not sure actually what it's about. Have no idea, but she has to have another scan to see where things are at, and then she will be asked for her decision whether she goes into palliative care, so end of life care until she passes, or whether she wants to go for any more chemo or radiation therapy. So I was talking to her on Saturday, because we went up and spent some time with mother and father-in-law on Saturday, and I asked her which way she was leaning, and she said she didn't know. She's kind of got no feelings either way at this point in time. I think she's also putting that off to face until after the scan to see what that shows. Okay, so we've got one layer. We need more layers. We also need our image. So how about we cut, snip, use scissors, cut out our image here, which is this image I've chosen. This is John, and he's actually calling for his sister. I think Janet is his sister. Yeah, I just thought it was quite sweet. I want to take this blue flower beside him, but I don't think I'll be able to take, oh, actually, I could, but I want him over this side, so I'm not going to take these blue flowers. So let's just take a snip down here first. And actually I could take some more of that grass there. Probably that would be fine. So on Saturday we were having those sorts of conversations that one really doesn't want to have. You know, the discussion on what somebody wants to do funeral wise, and for my father-in-law what he wants to do after she's gone, because he's not well enough to live alone. And hubby is got all the finances sorted. He's got access to their bank accounts and details of bills and what needs to be paid and stuff, so he can take care of that, because my father-in-law also can't deal with that. So he was setting that up and getting that all sorted so that, you know, if she becomes unable to do it, that he can just pick up and run with it and pay what needs to be paid. So all those really tough conversations on the future and what's going to happen and what they want and end of life plans and, you know, really tough stuff. So that was Saturday, and it sounds like it was a really dark, horrible day. It was actually really lovely. Yes, the conversations were hard, but there were laughs, there were lovely times. We took up lunch, and so we had lunch together, and, you know, there were lovely times in amongst the hard conversations. And it's important to have those moments of joy and laughter and connection. You know, we're all very conscious of what the situation, but to try and bring some normality amongst those conversations was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. What am I looking for? Layers. I need layers. Do I want to do perhaps a bit of fabric or something? That might be quite nice. Let me grab my fabric bowl. So that's kind of, you know, a brief overview of where things are at. So I do apologise there was no collage stories at the weekend. I really battled with it, actually. I could have stayed home on Friday and done a video and got it done, but I actually needed to go with hubby for the day to be with him and to escape my usual surrounds. And it was good for me. It was good. So I sunk myself into pattern design as a bit of escapism. Spent the day with him, so, you know, he's essentially in a different room. He's in a warehouse and I'm in the office. That's not going to tear. So, you know, throughout the day when I'm there, I'm always popping in and out, going to see him, you know, give him a kiss and a cuddle and have a chat and, you know, see him at breaks and lunchtime and that sort of stuff. So, because I asked him, did he want me to go? Because I was like, I probably should stay home and work, you know, get some videos done, that sort of thing. And he was like, I would like you to come. So he always likes me to come to go with him. So yeah, so I chose not to do a video, and because I knew we were going to be out on the Saturday up at his mum and dad's. I just needed to do that. So thank you for understanding that. Okay, I feel like I need more layers. I feel like that's not layered enough, and I also need to remember stamps. Do I want to use postage stamp? I wasn't thinking postage stamp originally. When I saw the prompt, I was immediately going to stamping, doing some stamping, but now I think I'm changing my mind. Oh, these ones are quite cool. Oh, tape shut with masking tape. I don't even know where these ones came from. Might be ones that my mum kept for me, because she keeps stamps for me. They don't get as much mail as they used to though, so not getting so many. Although these feel like they're older, like the paper and that they're on. I'm very carefully trying to get them off the brown paper. Normally I would leave them on. There is this bit of tape on, which is actually coming off really super easily. Do I want one? Do I want two? I'm going to pop them like that. Okay, let's get some stuff glued down, and I think I'm just going to use tacky glue for the fabric. Should be fine. It's only a small snippet. It might show through, but so be it if it does. I'm not super worried. Just going to add a little different texture, and if it has a glue spot, no drama. So the boy will be standing on his grass on top of this, which is kind of like dirt, isn't it? The colour of dirt. So that's probably works quite well. It's just a convenient little snippet. This, I might ink around this. Still got a little bit of the brown paper stuck on the back. So yes, I imagine there are times coming where I'll feel the same, where it's like I just can't do a video, and it's not that I don't want to, and it's not that I necessarily don't have the time. It's that emotionally I can't. You know, this is what I'm anticipating, and not that might be different, might be fine, but times when I just like, I can't. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know that I'm expressing it very well. But apart from that, we're good. You know, we are good. It's just times, and there's been a lot going on. Usual story. There's so much going on. Because we lost our puss. Yeah, old cat. Had to say goodbye to him, and then the next day, well, we found out 2 days after that, but it happened the next day that Shane's brother, hubby's brother, broke his femur, and so we went into hospital, took his mum and dad in to see him, and he's doing well actually. He was out of hospital sooner than what they thought, and he's doing quite well, but restricted in movements, of course. He's got a rod going from his knee to his hip down his femur, but he's doing relatively well. And then Shane's mum, the situation with going on there, there was something else, I can't remember what it was. It's just like, you know, bang bang bang. Life, hey, what do you do with it? Life, but live it the best that you can for as long as you can. Okay, so I want to do my stamped words now. Oops, would you stick down please, stamp? So my stamped words also will hit the stamps, so I'll have stamps in both ways. So I use the background, so I think I'll keep this cat here, so tear him out. I've already cut the goat. So, and there's a wee duckling here, so we might keep the wee duckling. And the flowers are pretty, but I think, yeah, don't necessarily need to keep them. So I'm going to stamp down here, and I've already chosen the words that I want to go with this wee fellow, and it is Young Explorer. He's actually calling for a sister, but I felt I was like, do I go with a hide and seek, like he's calling, you know, ready or not, here I come kind of vibe, or something about yelling, and it was just nothing was gelling. So I decided I would go with young explorer, and the fact that he's calling, I don't know, doesn't really matter, does it? It's just what I felt I wanted to put on it. Okay, I just need to move my stamps out the way, my postage stamps, so I can put these on my glue book. So young. So what do you think? Do you think I should do half and half with the different stamped text? Or do you think I should do the remaining ones in this and just have that one as an odd bod? What do you reckon? What's your feelings on that that situation? Yeah, still annoying as me, but I'm just gotta let it go. But yeah, I would actually be really interested to see what you would do if that was yours. Would you go back to the same stamp set and just carry on, or would you do half and half? So do let me know if you have an opinion either way, or what you would do if you'd done that, if that was your work. Yeah, right. E. Oops. Keep picking up the other stamps on my block when I go to get rid of the dirty ones. Right. P. So, of course, with the knowledge that, you know, life is not going to be perhaps as long as desired, my mother-in-law is starting to pass on a few things. So special things that she would like to go to a specific person, she's passing on, and I think it's lovely, because she's able to give the history and what it means to her, where it came from, all those details. So rather than just receiving an object and guessing, or, you know, that my father-in-law might remember, he might not. So we were very blessed that she passed on to us a number of gold rings, which one is her engagement ring. There's a wedding band and engagement ring from my hubby's grandmothers, one from each grandmother, and a signet ring and something else, a broken ring, and they're all gold. And this is my mum's wedding band from my dad, and I've been wearing it because my rings don't fit me anymore. They're too big, like way too big. They keep falling off, and I was always panicking because one would drop off, and it was like, where did it go? You know, so hubby eventually said, you just got to stop wearing them. So I did. And also I lost the stone in my engagement ring, the diamond, quite a number of years ago now when I was working, and I must have hit it against a box or something and lost the diamond. So it needs the stone replaced. So there was enough gold in the rings that we were given, and my mother-in-law really liked our idea that we'd use that gold to get my rings redone. So yesterday we were at the jeweler. We've got a local jeweler, a local manufacturing jeweler, who also happens to be a friend. She was actually my carer when I had my ankle surgery. She was my carer who'd come in and help me shower and things. So we became friends. So we went there, and at 2 hours we were there. I don't know if I'm going to fit Explorer on without going over his body. And we sorted out my ring. They're going to be downsized, and I'm choosing to have the diamond replaced with a sapphire. So I got to choose out which sapphire I wanted from a range of different colours. It's a blue sapphire, but it's kind of a mid blue. It's really pretty. And then we had enough finance from the amount of gold that I'm actually getting my mother-in-law's engagement ring. It also had lost the stone. I'm getting it reset with a most gorgeous tanzanite. It's stunning. It's a purple red, but when you hit the light, it's got really glowing bright pink. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And so mother-in-law doesn't know that that's what we're doing. And I just felt it was really a really nice way to, yeah, just really nice that I can wear her ring, that it's not like made into part of my ring or something, or just going to pay towards it, but that I'll actually have her ring that I can wear. And it's a really sort of vintage looking ring. It's beautiful, but it is quite thin, so I won't be able to wear it with other rings. I'll just have to wear it on its own. So I'll probably wear it on this finger as opposed to this finger, because I wouldn't be able to wear it with my wedding band and my engagement ring. But the colour is stunning. I'll have to remember to show you when we get it back. We're not getting that one done straight away because there's not quite enough gold to pay for both projects. We will have to pay a little bit towards his mum's engagement ring, but not a huge amount. You know, less than a couple of $100. So we're going to put that off a couple of months, but still hoping to get it done while she's still with us, so that she can see it and, you know, have that joy of seeing her ring brought back to life and used by family. And then I said, this is really morbid, I said to hubby last night, I was like, I'll have to decide where all my jewelry goes when I die, because we've got no children. And he was like, well, you have to give it to one of the nieces. And he said the specific niece, and the nieces are on my side of the family, and his side has only got boys, whereas on my side I've got nieces and nephews. But particular niece who has got very fine fingers and would fit the rings. The other niece has got not fat fingers, but you know, she's a different build. So yeah, so it was like, well, in reality that's probably what I would do. I'd go to one of the nieces. I've got 3. I would have liked it to go to my oldest niece, but they wouldn't fit her at all. I like this picture. Oh, that ink's not dry. I don't want to smear it everywhere. I like this picture that I've got going on, and I've almost covered all the doily, but that's fine. It's like we've got the fabric that looks like dirt. We've got him calling. I've got the young explorer. I've got this landscape in the back with the tree. It all kind of sings to me of a story. Just want to push this down so it sticks properly, but not get the ink transferred everywhere. So I'm just being very careful with the edge of the card, because it's crossing over a couple of different layers, so it's got little gaps. Right, that's going to have to do. Okay, now to finish it off, I'm going to do my gold border that ties all my cards together. So I'm doing this on all series of the cards, so that they're like different sets within an overall arching series, if that makes sense. Right, so this is just Liquitex acrylic ink, and it's a beautiful, beautiful iridescent gold. I love it. And I'm going to have to turn my attention to the folio, and I have zero ideas right now. Oops, I haven't, that will need a bit of tacky glue in under it because it's not sticking properly around the edges. Probably because I've been too busy talking and not concentrating on what I'm making so much. It's alright, it's fixable. Just get in there with my fine tipped glue bottle and we'll be good as gold. And I've got a bit of gold just on the fabric fringe there. It's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. How are we doing time-wise? We do have a bit of time. Possibly not enough to actually do a mini folio, but do I have anything to make a base with? Let's start with that. Well, I've got this sheet music, and it's quite a sturdy paper, so maybe we'll just take that one out there. I don't think I'm going to get a folio fully done, but we can kind of make a base to start with and just get as far as we get. And I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I've made folios, of course I've made folios, but I'm just winging this. I haven't got a specific plan, so I'm just kind of, we are making it up as we go. Right, do I want to fold that under to reinforce it? This will form pockets. Perhaps before we do that, let's fold it into 3 approximately, because I might want to cut those pockets. I might want to give them a snip to reduce some bulk or something. So yeah, it's good paper this. It's quite thick paper. Oh, dishwasher's finished. That means I need to go unload the dishwasher. Not right now though, and leave it to dry for a bit. I've got pencil marks. I was looking for an eraser to rub them out, but it's like, really, it's probably going to be covered by decorative paper, so why am I worried about that? Okay, so that's going to be the base of my folio. I actually think that's a really good size too. It is just a little over 16 centimeters, or 6 3/8 inches by 4 1/8 inch, or 10.5 centimeters. So it's actually quite a nice little size. I like that. So I haven't got it completely in thirds. There's a gap here, but you know, I wasn't concerned about getting it perfectly in thirds. Okay, so I think I am going to cut down these parts here in a little slightly tapered V, just a very small narrow V. That means they'll fold a little bit nicer. Won't have that bulk in there. So same in this one. Okay, so how do I want to configure these? We could just have 3 pockets, all the same height. I'm thinking for an angled pocket on this side. Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to remove some of that bulk. Just going to trim off that corner, and we'll glue that down. So we'll reinforce the top of that pocket. This top edge here is not reinforced, but I think the majority of the area is reinforced, so we should be fine. And you know, we're probably going to cover it with another layer of paper anyway. So that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up. The folio I'm thinking of making, it might not be this week, might be next, I don't know. Whenever I do it, is using a different substrate. So I think we're still doing something different. Okay, so that one's going to be there. I'm not going to glue it down right now because I might want to tuck, you know, put a decorative paper under it so that it doesn't show a line, if you know what I mean. Okay, this one I think I want just as a center pocket, so I'm going to fold down the top here just by a little to reinforce the top of that. And I'm just using tacky glue because it's easy. I don't have to grab out the glue book, which is covered in my alphabet stamps at the moment, my used alphabet stamps. So this is just quick and easy. And ink along the top of that. I didn't put any stars on my child card. Do I want to put stars? I think that would be quite cool. It would be another form of a layer. Don't let me forget, guys. I'm likely to forget. Okay, and then over here we could do another angle pocket. That's kind of a nice balance, isn't it? Okay, let's do it. You've convinced me. You've convinced me. I'm going to do another angle pocket. Whoops, a bit too deep there. Okay. Again, just snip off that corner. Glue it down. I do have star stickers, but I'm not sure. They might be in my Christmas stuff, which is put away at the moment. Not sure if I've got any in my regular sticker. I might do, but I also don't want to spend half an hour looking on camera for star stickers that might or might not be in there. Okay, let's ink that. Cool. Okie dokie then. Right, I'm going to move my children and my mini folio cards out the way just because I keep knocking them with this large piece of paper. So some sort of decorative paper. So I'm going to go to my bag of scraps of digital papers. And I'm just going to look for colour matching, you know, ones that will go together rather than a specific designer. Actually like the idea of centering that. This is from the Junk Journal Studio, I know, so I'm going to say, but I might be grabbing for ones that I'm not sure where they're from. This is Botanical Collage and Cluster Mega Pack, I believe that this is from, and the blue one. There's several versions by colour. Super fun kits if you're interested. They are really beautiful and great for lots of different projects. Excuse me, having a little visit from the frog in my throat. So just leaving a bit of the border of the music paper there, and no, I'm not going to. Right, I'm just going to shift my little alphabet stamps. Excuse me. We might be calling this video over sooner than I thought if that continues, because I haven't got a drink by me. I made a coffee, set up to do my video, and then my baby girl, my Kelly, came home again. She'd been home earlier and I didn't realise she'd gone out. I thought she'd gone to bed, but she hadn't. She'd gone out. So she came back when hubby left and, of course, wanted cuddles. So I drank my coffee and had cuddles. And then my coffee was gone by the time I actually came to do the video. And I had to encourage her to, you know, to hop down and to go to bed. Because it's like, I need to get going. So there's obviously not enough left of that one. Let's find another bit of something. Not big enough. Is that big enough? It's hard to tell with that white on. Let's take the white off and see. So yeah, with everything that I've told you, please please understand that I'm okay. You know, that we are okay. It's, you know, I'm sure that there are some of you out there, and probably too many, truth be told, who have been through a similar situation and know what it's like. I've always been a little bit removed from the whole cancer thing. Like, I've had relatives that have passed away from it, but they've been not ones I see a lot of. So while it's been sad, I haven't felt the direct impact of that journey. I haven't been there with the people as they've gone through it, as they've been sick, or as they've grappled with imminent, you know, what it means imminently. So, you know, it does give you a better understanding of other people who've been through this and what it's like. It's not all bad, but there's certainly a lot of not so happy things. But it's a really good time to make memories, to enjoy each other, to, yeah, just spend time. And so I think it's important as we move forward. That's probably the biggest thing, is that it will impact on time, that we will be going and seeing them more regularly, that will be, and of course there's still things we need to work out. And for all intents and purposes, my mother-in-law does not look sick. Let me tell you that. She looks good. And that's hard to grapple with as well. Going, well, you're going to die. But she looks normal, like an ordinary person that's healthy. Yeah, that's hard to kind of wrap your head around. It's like, but she doesn't look sick. And yeah, she just doesn't look sick. And that's nice, because she's not sick at the moment. Obviously she's got this horrible thing going on inside her, but for the moment she is able to eat most things, because there was a good more than a year where she was basically eating mush or drinking it. So, you know, she's enjoying food, and that's great. And she's enjoying whatever she wants, which is also great. It's like, well, there's no point worrying about, you know, whatever, anything, you know, eating nutritious. I mean, she still does eat nutritious food, absolutely. But, you know, she can have the chocolates and the goodies and, you know, all the rest of the stuff that we look at and go, oh, I shouldn't, you know, oh, that'll put weight on, or that's not good for me, or no, it's like she's free to enjoy whatever she likes, without guilt, without like, oh, it's not good for my body. But in saying that, she does still eat a good balanced diet full of healthy, fresh foods. But yeah, it's just that freedom. So it's her birthday at the end of this month, well, towards the end of the month. And so we are taking mother and father-in-law on a road trip to Kaikoura, which is about 2 hours away, and where there's seals and dolphins and beautiful coastline and everything. So, and that's where my husband was born. So they were living up at Kaikoura at the time my husband was born. They weren't living there long, but we're taking them on a road trip, and that's going to be her birthday present, or part of her birthday present, because, you know, what do you give someone who's dying? Like, they don't want stuff, because then they've just got to, somebody's got to deal with that stuff. So yeah, we're going to go on a road trip, so that'll be lovely. We're just hoping for a beautiful day. Okay, so what am I going to put in behind? Because I haven't got a bigger pic. I mean, I've got others of this set, but not here right now. It's right in front of me. Could do something like that. I don't think any of those are wide enough to do 2 panels. Do they have to? Well, probably not. We can probably just do a mix and match, can we? Oh, here's another bit of blue. Okay, we can do that. They don't match, but, you know, don't specifically match, most of them, or this one in particular possibly. I mean, this is the same color as this here, so I don't know, I'm just going to go with it. It's a folio made with scraps, so, and this by very nature is layered. You know, we've got a base layer, we're putting layers of paper on top, then it will be decorated. So we're hitting the layered really without trying. Can I tear off that little strip? And then, am I going to get fancy? No, I'm not going to get fancy. I could tear it around and, you know, sort of tear out this part. I'm just going to glue the whole thing down. And I feel like we're running out of time, guys, so this might be as far as the folio gets. Maybe I need to finish it off for Trish Craft Tuesday or something. That might be an idea. I mean, it's kind of Trish, isn't it? Scraps. And using old postage stamps, things like that. Okay, so that one I'm now going to glue shut. So just along, hopefully I'm on camera, guys. Sorry if I've been a bit, I wasn't even thinking about it up till now. So just gluing that one down on that one edge. Oops, seeping glue. So that's one done. Oh yeah, we are almost out of time, like seriously almost out of time. Just gonna, might get this middle panel done, and then I think we're going to have to call it a day. Oh, and there's my alarm saying it's time for my calcium. Now that wouldn't have happened, whoops, sorry about the crash there, if Kelly hadn't have wanted cuddles. That would have been well after I'd finished videoing. But, you know, I need my kitty cuddles. And she's very, very cuddly at the moment. This one is from Winter Bounty by the Junk Journal Studio, because this is one of the new kits. So I'm very familiar with this one at the moment, and I was using it last week for a project. So it's a new scrap. And again, I'm just going to put the whole thing in there. I'm not, oh, actually this one I could trim off because it's on, can I? Yeah, because it's straight across, so I can safely tear a bit off. I'm going to go there. Might as well keep that scrap for something else than hide it away. There's no benefit to leaving it on. And it's a nice straight line to trim it off at, unlike the corner ones, which are just a little bit more complex to try and preserve a odd shaped scrap. Is it straight? Hopefully that's straight. Using my thumbnail there. Yep, so we'll glue up this pocket and then we're going to leave it for today. So don't be surprised if tomorrow's video is the completion of this little folio. And still working with the prompts. We'll still, when I finish it, we'll still work with the prompts. Okay, I think it's shaping up nicely, and these layers are giving it a nice sturdiness. So we've got that pocket to do, and then we've got the outside to do, and yeah, it's coming along nicely though, I think. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Just a reminder of our prompts. Oh, and stars on my card. Do I want to do stars on my child card? We could just draw some Posca pen stars. So mini folio is your alternate make, and stars, a star or stars. And then for a children card, we've got, oops, my stamps sticking to everything. We've got stamps and layered. And this is my children's card here. I haven't got time to look for stars, so let's grab a white Posca and we'll put some white stars. Shake, shake, shake. White ones need to be well shaken. Actually, I've got a yellow one. Let's do yellow stars, because he might be exploring at night as well. I haven't used this one very much. I think I've only used it once. It's quite new. Shake, shake, shake. This is my workout, shaking my Posca pens. Come on. It's working, but it's not working well enough for me, for my liking. It's like, shake it some more. If it's not working properly, shake it more. That's better. Okay, so we're just going to do some little hand-drawn wonky stars. Oh, doing it on the doily is a bit of a dodgy proposition with all the cutouts and holes and things. So they're quite faint because I think the pen needs even more shaking, but it's all right, they're there. Here we go, stars. So that's the children's card, and we've got our folio, which is half constructed, shall we say. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Have a wonderful afternoon or evening, whatever time of the day it is for you when you're watching this. Don't worry about me. We're fine. It's just a path we have to walk, and I'm sure that you have been in a similar situation or know somebody else that has. It's okay. We will get through this. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.